It is Friday, January 1st, 2021. We say adios to 2020. 2020 GTFO. Nice day right now. You know, I don't know what time it is and I didn't check the weather. I think it is around 1 o'clock, give or take. Feels like it's probably about 65, nice and sunny. And I haven't posted a video. I think it's been 2 weeks today since I posted one, maybe 15 days. I've actually been on vacation, and I thought, oh, I'll edit and do a bunch of videos so I can have some to kind of drop when I have time, or when I don't have time, I'll have a video ready. But with 2020 coming to an end, on my vacation, I decided to take on a task, and that was to get all of my digital photos and videos over the years onto one hard drive. Okay, let me back up. About 3 years ago, I bought this huge, like, I don't know, 4 terabyte, 5 terabyte hard drive, and over the past like 15 years or more, I've got like a stack of portable hard drives and hard drives I've pulled out of laptops, computers over the last decade and a half, close to 2 decades. They've got pictures and videos on them, and they're just not organized at all. I just like, oh, I'll pull them, I'll put them here, so I'll have them for later. One day I'll go through and organize them. Well, eventually I thought, you know what, I need to get all of them onto another drive so I at least have a backup, because having them in one location isn't the best idea, because something could happen. You know, you drop it or it fails, and then everything that's on that drive is corrupted. So I bought this huge hard drive, and I just copied the entire drives, whether they were a portable USB type hard drive or a hard drive that I pulled out of a laptop or a computer. So I just, one vacation, spent like a week hooking them both up to a computer and copying all the data over. So I still have all the data on these old hard drives, so I still have the original. And then I backed them up to this other one. The only problem is now this huge hard drive I got, it's got like 4 terabytes of data, but a lot of the stuff that is on there is system files and other stuff that I really don't care to back up. Music, just a bunch of stuff. Probably 3/4 of the data that's on there doesn't need to be backed up. And I always thought, I'm going to go in there and organize this all, put all my photos in one folder, videos in one folder, and maybe some miscellaneous stuff that I want to keep in another. But if you go into this hard drive, it's just like, you know, Blue Western Digital USB drive, all the data that was on that. All the data from your laptop when you replaced it in 2011, everything's on there. And I mean everything, like program, files folder, user folder, just all the data that's on your hard drive, stuff that I don't need to back up. But at the time, I was just being in a hurry and plugged it in and copied everything from one drive to the other. So now what I decided to do is, I was going to go through and clean up that drive, but what I decided to do, so I have the data in 2 locations, because right now I have all the data in 2 locations, but pieces of that data on that big hard drive is scattered across like a dozen different little hard drives. And I say if I want to have just 2 hard drives with all the data. Now, the one that I moved everything over onto, I'm just going to leave it how it is. But what I'm doing is going through each folder in there, and one at a time, and then I'm copying just the pictures and videos or any other miscellaneous files, which there's not really a lot of miscellaneous stuff I want, and I'm transferring that over to this other hard drive. So what I'm going to have when I'm done, I'm about halfway done now. I've spent all vacation, today's Friday, I've been off since last Friday, is sitting there going through all this. I literally have hundreds of thousands of photos and videos, because digital photos and all that was, you know, real popular. I mean, it's, I guess, popular now. It's the only thing now. But when we had a baby, so I was like Mr. Photographer, taking dozens, if not maybe 100 pictures a day. So I just have pictures up the wazoo, videos up the wazoo. We bought at the time this $2,000 high definition digital camera, which the thing that sucked about it is it has a hard drive in it. You didn't burn to a tape or it didn't burn to a CD. So it was all burned to a hard, it saved it to its hard drive. Then you have to take this camera, plug it into a computer, and offload everything onto a computer. Now this being HD, these files were huge, so those got scattered across many different computers. And another thing I've got to do is, it's been so long I don't really remember doing this, but well, being a computer guy, I always have a backup of stuff. So most of the stuff that is on that big hard drive I moved over, there's stuff that's on there twice, sometimes 3 times, because let's say I took a computer out of a hard drive out of a laptop and I copied everything onto this backup drive, the big one I bought. Well, most likely one of my USB drives had the same data. So what I'm doing is trying to just put one of everything on this new hard drive. It's only a 2 terabyte hard drive. Right now I've got about a terabyte worth of data on it. I've got the big stuff. So all the high def videos have been copied over. So I've only got about 500 gigs of data remaining to sift through, but it is just so time consuming going through there and moving everything over, and then making sure I'm only moving over stuff that's like appropriate or that we want to keep. Trying not to move over the duplicates, trying to put everything in folders by date. It's just, it's so daunting and time consuming, and just, but the cool thing is I'm sitting there and my wife, I'm doing it in the living room on our big screen TV, and it is kind of cool because we're literally starting back when our son was, actually before our son was born, when my wife and I met. Actually we met in, we met 91, but we didn't start dating until 2006. We knew each other for a long time. But anyways, it's just so cool to sit there while I'm doing this. And this is what's taking it longer, is I'm like, we're looking at every single photo, we're watching almost every single video, and it's really neat to sit there and reminisce and just see some of these things that we have forgotten about over the years. It's crazy to watch a video and have no recollection of these videos. Just crazy how the mind works. You think you would see it and it would ring a bell, but we took so many videos and so many pictures. I would say 75% of the stuff we're looking at or the movies we're watching, we don't remember. It's kind of crazy, and it's just really cool to watch the videos of my son from the time he was born. Right now I think we're up to about 2012 or 13 in the pictures and videos viewing. So what would that put him about 7 years old, 6, 7. But it's fun to sit there and go through all that. So that's what I've been doing. I thought I was gonna go on a couple nice rides and post at least a video, and then have 1 or 2 in the back pocket where I could drop if I didn't have time to do one. But my time literally almost every day from the time I get up till the time I go to bed at night is sitting there sifting through all these folders, trying to put all this on just this one organized hard drive. Now once I do get this completed and it's nice and organized and just the data we want there, I will keep updating that one. But I've already told the wife we're buying a couple more hard drives after we do this, because I can, just being in the computer business for decades before I got into social work, it never fails. I would have clients all the time, they thought they had their data backed up. They would take it off their computer and put it on one of these USB hard drives. They call that a backup, but they would delete it off their computer. So when you do that, that's not a backup, that's its only location. And I used to make some good commission. I didn't open up hard drives myself. I sent them to Drive Savers, and Drive Savers kicked me back 10% for their data recovery fee. But man, Drive Savers, which back in the day, I'm sure they still do, they charged a lot of money. I would say it was around, at least $1,000 to $2,000 for them to go in and recover data off a crashed hard drive. Now they would send it back to you, I think on disk or another hard drive. But then I would usually get $100 or $200 commission from Drive Savers. So I've just seen too many of my customers do this, and it's just heartbreaking because not all of them can afford that. You know, they'll save it and say, well, hopefully one day I'll put this aside. We can afford to have the data recovered off of it. I've got some techniques I can try, but it was only successful maybe a third of the time, and then it would have to go off to drive savers for them to recover the data. But man, to see some of these people, it's like, when I tell them that their data's gone and they can't afford it, you're watching them die inside. And just me sitting here spending all this time on this, I've thought about, man, if something happened to all this, I'd be crushed if I somehow lost it. So right now, the data is really kind of in 3 places right now. It's spread across like a dozen hard drives, whether they're USB or drives I pulled out of laptops or hard drives. And then I've got the one big, 4 or 5, whatever, terabyte hard drive that I just copied everything over to. And now I'm working on having the one smaller one, 2 terabyte, that's really organized with all of our photos and videos. What I'm going to do when I'm done is, I told her we're buying 2 more. We're going to copy everything on it. Those 2 other drives, one is going to go to her parents, one's going to go to my parents. And then maybe once a year, twice a year, I'll get it from them and copy over the data that I've, to say, or pictures or videos from that year to add to it. So we've always got multiple backups of all of our data. So if you're out, I'm sure if any of you out there are YouTubers, you probably back up all your data anyways, know about proper backups. But I will say with all these videos I do, I don't back these up. This is, I record every day on the way to work. I have got, I think, 4 or 5 2 terabyte hard drives filled just of footage of me riding that's unedited that I just saved. And I know a lot of you out there probably just delete it, but I usually am talking in all these, and I only probably post 1% or less of the videos I take. Those I decided I'm gonna keep them on there. I'm not gonna delete them. And when I'm gone, maybe my son can sit there one day if he's bored and go through and just watch the videos I made while I'm riding and the stuff I'm saying. A lot of times I'm talking about him. But those videos I'm not taking the time to back up because they don't really have the sentimental value to me. And the ones that I do really like, they go on YouTube, so as long as YouTube's around, they'll be there. But the family photos, family videos, those always get backed up. So eventually I'll have multiple backups. It's already Friday, I go back to work Monday. I know I'm not going to be done with this project, so I will continue over the next week or so, hopefully, to finish it up. And then we'll either go to Costco or order a couple more little USB hard drives on Amazon and copy everything over and get one to each of our parents to store. And then I'll have 2 at our house. I'll have one that's in a fireproof safe. That will probably be the large one. The other one I always have kept on a shelf in the kitchen on the way out the door, and I've told Corey, well, that's where the big one is now, but what I'll do is put the big one in a fireproof safe that's in another room, and then put the little one by the door. And she already knows that if there's a fire, something's happened, grab that on your way out the door. It's right there, just grab it, take it. That's all of our family photos and videos, and then we'll at least have that one, and then who knows, maybe the other backup would survive in a fireproof safe. I can't remember what the safe's rated for, how many degrees. But anyways, hope that's not too confusing. That is what I have been doing all vacation, so I haven't had a time to make a video. But today we decided I'm gonna take a ride over the beach, make a video, and talk about what I've been doing over vacation. Now, it's 2021 today, and I thought about, okay, first, I was like, I ain't making any New Year's resolutions for 2021. I'm just gonna enjoy 2021, and hopefully pretty soon we get through this COVID crap and we can go back to our old normal, or hopefully a hell of a lot closer to it than what we are. I really hope this isn't really a new normal. I know a lot of people out there say, oh, we're never going back. I don't know. I really hope we go back to the way it was, or really close to it. I know it's going to take some time. Heck, this crap has turned me into a germaphobe. I don't think I've ever washed my hands so many times. I'm watching these videos of us in the past, and I'm like, man, it's crazy to see how we didn't. I mean, wash your hands after you do certain things, but not like coming in the house and opening the door. Or there was like videos of us going to Chuck E. Cheese for my son's birthday, and we're playing video games and getting on the rides and then we go back to the table and start eating. I'm like, oh man, we're touching all the money, we're touching all these controls, and we're not washing our hands. It seems so foreign now to see something like that. Which I'm sure one day we'll get back to where, I say, hopefully some sense of the old normal, the way things used to be in the old days. You hear these commercials on TV or on the radio. I don't know if they play them where you're at. They call it Sounds of the Old or something like that. There's one of them where it's like, Smith, party of 3. Smith, party of 3. Smith, party. Oh, there you are. Your table's ready. And then it goes, sound from the old days. Or sounds from the old days. Anyways, so I wasn't going to make a New Year's resolution because I just wanted to, like, you know, I'm just going to enjoy 2021. I ain't dieting, or I'm gonna live it up. But then we're sitting there watching these videos, and it's funny because back then I thought I was out of shape, and I've got pictures of me like swimming at the pool with my son, and now I got my shirt off and I'm looking at myself. I'm like, I wasn't out of shape. I look good. Now I'm out of shape. It's funny because back then I thought I was so fat. It's like I didn't even have a gut. What do I give to look as good as I did back then and be in that kind of shape versus what I look like now? Oh, crazy how you perceive yourself. Like I said, back then I thought I was out of shape and needed to diet and work out. So I am gonna have a semi-New Year's resolution. That's is gonna be to try to get healthier and lose some weight. I haven't really thought of a plan yet because I wasn't planning on it. I just decided that after seeing myself in those old videos and pictures of I didn't look as bad as I thought I did. What do I give to look like that now? I probably wouldn't be so tired and not have the issues with back pain and knee pain with all that extra weight bearing down on them. Anyway, so I am gonna, New Year's resolution is going to be to eat healthier, try to get some exercise, and try to lose some weight. I'm not going to go all gung-ho. I'm not, well, shoot, I don't think there's any gyms open anyways. I'll just, you know, go for walks or runs or do whatever workout stuff I can do at home. I ain't giving a gym my dinero. So anyways, hope you enjoyed the video. I know I was rambling on there forever. Haven't posting a video in a while. I did post the rear mounting camera, and I know that will add some editing time, but hey, well, there's the BFR, the big rock. Moto rock. All right, YouTube, everybody out there, happy New Year's. Make it a good one. Let me know if you do have any New Year's resolutions and what they are. You know, I think I'm gonna have a second one. It's gonna be going on more rides for just to go on rides, because right now it's almost all rides to work. I want to go on some more rides and longer rides. So that my second resolution will be getting out there. So hey, let me know down in the comments what your New Year's resolution is, and what you're gonna try to tackle for 2021. All right, YouTube, stay safe out there. Happy New Year. Ride like no one sees you, or everyone out there is a hired assassin trying to kill you. Ride safe. Till next time.